Every new year is treated like a magic portal, as if the clock holds power to erase indiscipline or rewrite destiny. People wait for January like it carries salvation, but time doesn't care about numbers, it only rewards movement. The illusion of the right moment has killed more potential than failure ever has. Waiting for next year is the mind's last defense against responsibility. It's the disguise of fear pretending to be patience. Success doesn't begin with a date, it begins with a decision. Nothing mystical happens when the calendar flips. What changes is who you choose to be when it does. Those who win stop counting years and start counting actions. The difference between now and later is simply motion. Waiting will always cost more than trying. Progress is allergic to hesitation. The dreamer thinks in deadlines, the doer thinks in momentum. Every day spent planning the future without acting in the present is self-sabotage disguised as strategy. The habit of postponement builds a quiet paralysis that feels like safety, but nothing grows there. Growth is chaos. It requires friction, risk, and immediate movement. Every empire, every invention, every transformation started not with readiness, but with defiance. The ones who move before it feels comfortable are the ones who rewrite history. Waiting for clarity ensures it never arrives. Clarity is born through execution, not contemplation. The idea of next year is comforting because it removes accountability from the present. It offers an excuse disguised as opportunity. The world sells the illusion of a fresh start to those afraid to face themselves today, but the truth is unkind. The same person who wastes this week will waste that year. No date can change mindset, only action can. Each sunrise is a blank page, but only those who write something on it create change. The calendar does not deliver transformation, effort does. Every wasted day compounds into regret that no new year can erase. Perfection is the most seductive lie. It whispers that preparation must precede movement, that one must feel ready before stepping forward. But mastery never arrives through readiness. It is born through repetition. Waiting for perfect conditions kills initiative. Momentum doesn't need perfect timing, it needs courage. Start when it's messy. Begin when it's uncertain. Move when it's inconvenient. The illusion of waiting for the deal moment is how average becomes permanent. Winners act, then adapt. They build while bleeding. They learn while failing. The secret is not in timing, it's in tenacity. Every master began as an impatient beginner who refused to wait for permission. The body doesn't transform by talking about training. The mind doesn't sharpen through thinking about discipline. Life doesn't shift through intentions, it bends to execution. Every repeated excuse builds a muscle of inaction. Each delayed effort becomes proof to the subconscious that stagnation is acceptable. The one who acts daily rewires identity. Motion becomes instinct. Each decision taken now reshapes the brain to favor growth over hesitation. Waiting starves potential, action feeds it. The only antidote to fear is forward motion. Fear dissolves when the first step is taken, not when the plan feels complete. Time is not patient. It moves in silence, collecting the hours of those who hesitate. Every second wasted becomes an invisible debt. Life will collect that debt in regret later. The irony is brutal. The same energy spent delaying could have built an empire. The discipline that feels unbearable now becomes freedom later. Every choice today either compounds value or compounds decay. The person who learns to use time as a weapon rather than a comfort becomes unstoppable. Waiting turns potential into dust. Acting turns dust into foundation. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain spectators lies in immediacy. Greatness doesn't arrive fully formed, it evolves through movement. A small action repeated daily destroys the inertia of years wasted. The most dangerous phrase in human language is, "I'll start tomorrow." That sentence has buried more dreams than failure ever could. Tomorrow is infinite, today is finite. The urgency of now creates momentum that no goal-setting ritual can replace. Those who act today become the ones others study tomorrow. The future belongs to the impatient, the ones who refuse to let hesitation steal direction. Those who wait for change forget that change begins with decision. Every version of success starts from rebellion, the refusal to wait for permission, applause, or certainty. The greatest leaders, creators, and visionaries did not start because conditions were perfect. They started because waiting was unacceptable. Each moment of hesitation delays the life waiting to be built. Life rewards those who take imperfect action with perfect intent. Start with what exists now. Use what's available. Move before fear organizes itself into excuses. The one who moves first creates advantage. The one who waits watches their window close. Momentum compounds faster than time. The first week of effort, the first month of discipline, the first quarter of consistency, each expands exponentially. Small actions executed now create leverage that future years cannot match. The difference between those who begin and those who hesitate becomes visible when momentum snowballs. While others are still waiting for signs, the mover creates them. Momentum generates opportunity. It makes luck irrelevant. Each step taken now creates ripples that shape future circumstances. The sooner movement begins, the faster fate follows. The world bends to momentum because it cannot resist progress sustained with conviction. The ones who move before the world understands what they're building live in a different dimension of time. They do not wait for permission, applause, or validation. They walk ahead of the schedule, crafting outcomes while others still dream. Their advantage is invisible at first, small actions stacking quietly, invisible momentum forming beneath the surface. By the time the world wakes up to the opportunity, the path has already been paved. Those who move early operate from conviction rather than reaction. They plant seeds before the season starts and harvest when others are still deciding whether to begin. Progress always rewards anticipation over hesitation. Those who act now do not predict the future. They engineer it through relentless consistency. Visionaries see through the fog that paralyzes everyone else. Where hesitation perceives risk, they perceive potential. The difference lies not in intelligence, but in urgency. Action is the purest form of foresight. Every step taken without external assurance creates a compounding effect, one that transforms ambition into evidence. The world quietly bends toward those who act with certainty while others debate probability. Every delay strengthens the grip of mediocrity. Every move made now fractures it. The world remembers the builders, not the planners. Legacy is written by hands that move while others talk. Those who act ahead of their time don't wait for alignment, they become it. Momentum favors those who refuse to wait for readiness. Preparation matters, but it is worthless without movement. The architect of tomorrow begins construction long before the blueprint is approved. The ones who wait for conditions to stabilize end up working for those who started amid uncertainty. The future belongs to those who tolerate discomfort, who operate when clarity has yet to appear. Waiting has never created anything worthwhile. It has only delayed those destined for greatness. Every empire, invention, and revolution was born from premature action. The moment action replaces anticipation, destiny begins to materialize. The early mover looks reckless to the cautious, but there is no risk greater than stagnation. The stillness of indecision corrodes ambition. Those who refuse to wait learn through doing. They transform mistakes into mastery faster than perfectionists craft excuses. Movement is the ultimate teacher. Every step forward, no matter how imperfect, uncovers insight that cannot be learned from theory. Momentum is intelligence in motion. Those who move when others freeze build speed, awareness, and intuition, all while the world lingers in analysis. The difference between winners and watchers is simply who started first. Every generation produces thinkers who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. Their work begins when the collective imagination ends. These are the ones who chase visions that don't yet exist. Their power lies in movement before approval, action before understanding. They carry the discipline to build quietly, knowing that reality will eventually catch up. The world often misunderstands this type of commitment because it defies logic. But logic follows evidence, and evidence follows movement. Progress always looks irrational until results appear. The doer creates proof while the dreamer collects excuses. Progress rewards audacity disguised as patience. It does not care for declarations, it respects persistence. Those who treat every day like an investment instead of an interval will always stay ahead. Each action compounds like interest. Each decision becomes a brick in an unseen foundation. The ones who start before applause understand that success is a delayed echo. By the time the recognition arrives, the work has already been done. Time favors the disciplined, not the distracted. While the crowd prepares to begin, the focused have already built momentum impossible to match. True progress has nothing to do with trends. It has everything to do with timeless execution. Those who move ahead don't chase opportunity, they manufacture it. Waiting for direction means surrendering authorship. Every goal delayed becomes a gate locked from the inside. The future favors those who construct doors where walls appear. Innovation begins when doubt is ignored and replaced with devotion. Action redefines possibility, hesitation preserves limitation. Advancement doesn't belong to those who predict, it belongs to those who produce. Every second spent hesitating is a vote for irrelevance. Every moment spent acting is a declaration of ownership. To move before the world understands is to trust instinct over approval. It requires faith in effort more than environment. Those who begin before external validation earn an advantage that can never be replicated. The gap between starters and spectators widens every hour. Vision transforms into empire not because of luck, but because of speed. The mind that learns to act despite uncertainty learns to lead. Initiative is a frequency. Those who operate on it attract the same vibration. What begins as a single step often becomes a revolution because consistency compounds louder than confidence ever could. The ones who act early never compete, they create. By the time imitation arrives, the original idea has already evolved. Their speed doesn't come from desperation, it comes from clarity. They understand that time does not serve those who negotiate with it. The clock obeys motion. Those who move fast are not rushing. They're reclaiming what hesitation wastes. The advantage lies not in skill alone, but in the refusal to delay. Creation is momentum made visible. Those who live in forward motion never fear uncertainty because it has become their home.